Yep.
watering their grass. It just rained 2 days ago. What are you watering your grass for?
Yep.
You can't eat grass. But they're going to charge you for using the water for watering the grass. Oh, it make my lawn look pretty.
And they'll charge you if it dilapidates and you bring down the value of the property.
Well, this is my whole point. The control of everything like that brings you back to what I just said about having a world that's induced by man and conduced by man. Now, nature, if left alone, will give us a never-ending supply of water. All of a sudden, Mr. Wannabe God takes control of all the resources on the earth, and now we have a shortage of water, this and that. Everything is just put into a position where they can justify overcharging for everything.
Yeah.
It's just really called just straight up fascism.
Yeah.
The definition of fascism, according to me, is when you have one sector of people who practice rituals that would underprivilege another sector of people. But the first sector of people have control over mediocrity, power of all finances, and also military,
and
religion, all that stuff. So see, my point is this. I can sit up and say, you know, I hate white people. So, but when you have a government that say I hate black people and they have all the power to make black people be underprivileged, that's when it becomes fascism. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So you have the corporations that don't give these people jobs. To prove it to you, the state of fascism now has been attacked against the black man and the white man. They got new privileged people. It's the Españols. They getting all the jobs. You see new shops open up everywhere. You hear them, you pull up to the stop sign now, you hear the that crazy ass music. I'm like, fuck, I thought I left LA. I left LA to get away from that. Now it's here. Don't get me wrong, I ain't gonna try to get off the page. But what I'm saying is, when you see one group of people growing real rapidly in finance and everything, and you see another group declining, that lets you know that that is a form of government doing. That is the work of the government. No people can grow that fast while you watch other people decline so fast unless it is a form of political control.
Yep.
Now, when I lived in LA, I went to get on welfare one time because I was broke. I lived in LA for a minute. I had some hard times. I went to get on welfare, and now I'm going to tell you something. They had black people working in there and white people, and Spanish people working in there. The white people and the black people were snobbish as fuck. The Spanish people were so quiet about pushing everything too. You see Maria and all 18 people, they run out there happy. You see the people lead, the white people and the black people, they crying down there. The Spanish people get it done. Hola! They all smile. I'm dealing with the white people and the black people having so many problems. Put me down in front of the little Spanish lady. I'm running out too. Hola!
Adios!
Adios, baby.
Yep.
How come sister girl gave me so much trouble? Why did the white person give me so much trouble? Programmed by politics. What they got briefed on was totally different what they briefed Senorita on. Simple, right?
Yep.
Because I was fortunate enough that day to sit in front of Senorita and she had her policies that she followed, boom, I got served. Yeah. Just because I got lucky enough to sit in front of that Spanish woman. And she sitting there saying, they give me permission to do this, I'm not going to sit up and let my ego make me pick somebody and profile on them.
Yep.
They told her the same thing they told the other people. The only difference was how it registered in her heart.
Yep.
Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see these Spanish girls walking down the street, they got their children, they loving their children, they carrying them, they're talking to them. The mother is not dropping her kids off at no freaking daycare center.
No.
They still have family values. That's why the universe blessing them to be the new people. Now what happened to the Caucasian people is that they had all the wealth and all the power and everything. And the only thing they wanted to do was hate black people.
Yeah.
Didn't take advantage of nothing but the opportunity to hate.
Yeah.
Loving all the wars and this and that. Boom. So now your window of opportunity is closing. You should have shot up. Here your ass is standing on the corner now with a sign, "We'll work for food." Why?
And you had 400 years of equity.
Good equity. You had a whole race of people that was not getting paid and working to support a country that had the nerves to turn around and say, deadbeat niggas. After you come here, stole this land from us, worked us for free, did all kind of horrible atrocities to us, right? And then all of a sudden, you broke? Why? You know, another point is this. I read read a book about the Europeans going around the world, and every land that they came into, like with islanders and everything, these people would come out, titties, you know, the white man stroking, getting fed. How do you mess that up?
Hospitality.
I mean, if that is not grand hospitality, where you come to a foreign land and they let you sleep with their daughters.
And only, and your thank you is raping their daughters.
Rather come back and rape them.
Stealing their daughters, killing their fathers.
Go figure. Yep. Go figure. They could have left things alone and just really been enjoying life a lot better than they're enjoying it now. Because everybody was willing to accept them and say, okay, let's you family, we family, and then you turn around and watch them coming back slashing people, and you're like, what the hell? I can't believe it. Yep. Well, you better believe it, because look what done happened now. So the universe is saying, okay, we're gonna flip it again. And what I say about the universe, it ain't got nothing to do with the Illuminati and all the people that's running things. If they had it their way, they would have kept it in power of the white people. It's just that the white people didn't live up to what they wanted them to live up to.
Yeah.
They did not have enough. Let's go do some shit. Let's push it. Let's keep it going. And then not to missing the fact that this sterility amongst them made them decline in numbers. So in order to stay on top of things, you have to grab what's available. And what was available was all these poor Spanish people down here that just welcome to America. I'll suck your dick. I'll swim across the Rio Grande. I'll do everything to be an American. And then you got privileged white people that's sitting around here getting fat as hell. They don't want to do shit to be an American except yell, kill niggas. That's the only thing you could get them to do. Every construction job that I went on and worked on, I worked the shit out of. I overworked those white people 3 times greater than them. Never got rewarded. Never got any type of notice for it. Never appreciated. And I had to watch them walk around all day and don't even do shit, but then climb to the top as the people who contributed to the success of that objective. So you know what happened? The corporations and all the people who really wanted to make some money, they sat back and they noticed that too. And they like, we tired of these motherfuckers riding and cherrying up.
That's why McDonald's is #1. Because they don't believe in racism, they believe in dollars.
They just want to get their money.
They believe in dollars.
You see? So then, along with all that stuff destroying America, the thing that really did it the most was the patriarchal aspect of it. See, you're not going to sit around and take what is really the true essence of everything and eradicate it.
Right.
And push it under the rug. There should be no father, no son without a mother. The father and the son both need a hole to come from. A womb. A uterus. All the plants in the universe are born from this same hole that I'm talking about. Now, reciprocity requires a hole. The earth makes a hole for plants to grow out of that don't live. Let's not forget
the topic.
We gotta remember. Does okay? Because I'm gonna clown this guy whoever he is every chance I get. But anyway, when the plant does start growing, it makes a hole in the earth and shoots itself through that hole. It's the same hole I'm talking about again. That hole is the same zero, that uterus again, that woman's vagina that come before the male phallus, before one. So before you even have one, you needed that zero, which is the nothing. But from the nothing comes the what?
Absolute.
The absolute, which is the boom. Because when you put them both together, you have what's necessary for absolutely everything. You understand that?
Yeah, that which encompasses.
That which encompasses all, okay? Now, that which encompasses all ignorance is the one that couldn't even get here without this. It'll never show up. And to show you the perpetuation of it, when you get to 9, which is the 1 with the 0 attached to it, you invert them and you can start back over at 10. You see what I'm saying? So it shows you in order for it to be in. Now, math won't lie to you. Math is the equation to all things that's truth. Because if it don't add up in math, it's a lie. So when they come out here and they can show you 2,012 years of history, when we know we got pyramids that's probably 1 million years old, somebody's lying. The numbers aren't adding up. They're not adding up. And if it ain't adding up, then there's a shadow of a doubt that this truth is being exposed, so I'm going to dismiss the case.
Especially when it's carved in stone. One of the biggest things that people fail to realize about the legacy of the African people is that they didn't write it down on a sheet of paper that can be manuscript and just changed when printed.
That's right.
They carved it into stone.
5 inches.
You can't you can't forge false documents carved in the stone, because the stone itself has a carbon date that even if they wasn't aware of it when they did it, it's so self-evident in even our present that you just can't fake it. There's no way to fake the stone and the materials that were used through the material aspect of science. It's just the Egyptians carved into the stone of the pyramid walls. They can't extract the pyramid walls and put up fake pyramid walls because they won't match the materials. They can't go back 5,000 years, forge it, and then bring it back to the present and then make it all fake. What they can do, and which they did, the Bible is, they can go in there, they can take the information, and they can reinterpret it incorrectly. That's why they give you a King James version and not a Kemetic Hebrew version.
That's absolutely right. The Kemetic Hebrew version is called the Medu-Neter. And the Medu-Neter translated into English language means writings of God. Right. That's what it means. The writings of God. Right. Yep. But the Egyptians didn't call it God. Right. They call it Third. Right. Third is the word that later turned into nature by the Europeans. Right. Now, Third means net third. Right. The name of this philosophical teaching is called Shetat Net Third. Okay. Shetat Net Third. It means the way of God. Right. That's what it means. The way the universe designed for things to operate. So see, reciprocity, truth, justice, balance. What is what?
The definition of reciprocity.
Just the definition of reciprocity, just to give it to you real simple, is the word reciprocate is in there. Okay. Okay. Reciprocate. Gotcha. Reciprocation of balanced harmony. Okay. That means if I am a woman that can push you out and give you life as a man, it will not be reciprocity if you stand up and look at me and tell me I'm not shit. What that would actually do is cause stagnation. So reciprocity is the total opposite of stagnation. Okay? Now, when you got females that do the incredible, wonderful job of birthing men and females on the planet, they should not have to walk around on this planet being victimized by lies that suggest that they are the reason that we have a sinful world.
And if I could just add, when it comes to the term man, man should actually apply to males and females, and masculine and male should apply to the masculine form of man, and feminine and female should apply to the feminine form of man.
Well,
one of the biggest problems with our language is when we use the word man, we apply it to the masculine, which is a patriarchal mistake. Right. It should actually cover both males and females.
See, you know what? I'm glad you brought that up. I want to just go a little bit extra on that, okay? Bring it home. See, when a fetus is developing, the information inside of a young developing fetus is information to make a woman. Okay? Yep. That's how it starts. Yep. Later on, through the developing process, it gets a new set of instructions that says, you're going to be male. Right. When these new sets of instructions come on board, that's when the developing female fetus changes from developing a female and starts implementing the necessary chemistry to make the clitoris elongate into a penis. Right. And also, it uses certain hormones inside of the body to turn off the stuff that otherwise leave a womb. Right. And close that up. Right.
The ovaries are actually the testes.
The testicles.
And
that's absolutely right.
What is it called? The lactation glands, they shut down, so they never form in the masculine form.
So now that means that when you say the lactation glands, the breast, has no reason to prepare themselves to make milk later.
Right, the estrogen
levels are too low. Already extracted. Right, and the testosterone. Right?
Right, because the anatomy of a female underneath the breastplate, the pectoral muscles on the male